Hi everybody, this is Todd Creager, and today I'm talking to you about overcoming your dysfunctional family. I've talked about this before. It's become such an important topic in the work I do with people because we oftentimes have families that have reduced us to less of who we really are. And that to me is a sign of a dysfunctional family. Dysfunctional family is one where you're not allowed to be all of who you are. So for example, if you come from a family where there was, let's say, a parent who was out of control, maybe drank too much, and you were the oldest sibling, there's a good chance that you really had no room to be the playful little kid. You maybe had to be the responsible one to make up for the fact that one of your parents is alcoholic and the other parent is so consumed with the other one being alcoholic that you had to take over the parenting. And so what happens is the part of you that was young and playful and can let other people be there for you, it's there, but it's covered up. It's covered up. And so that dysfunctional family then could really hold you up in your current relationships, because then you grow up into a kind of person who picks people that you got to take care of. Just giving you an example. There's lots of ways this could go. But this is an example of how dysfunctional families prevent us from being all of who we are, and then we maintain the problem. And we tend to kind of re-victimize ourselves, not on purpose. So this is not about being hard on yourself. But the truth is you can overcome your dysfunctional family. You really can. And you can by looking at your belief structure, how you believe, and what are your automatic beliefs. And I have tools I could show you that could help you overcome those beliefs to powerfully break free of the chains that hold you back from being all that you are, so that you can either shift out of or help change the current relationships that you're in so that they work for you, so that you become more of yourself. I talk a lot in my working with people about polarities, meaning there's that other side of you. So the example I gave, that part of you that could be playful, maybe even a little reckless, maybe in some intelligent way, maybe the part of you that can ask for what you want rather than give what they want. These are the kinds of things that I love to help people with. So the belief system, finding your other polarity, or sometimes I call it finding your alter ego, that part of you that doesn't get a whole lot of time to express herself or himself in the world. You can get to do that. Help you begin to learn how to deal with the toxic people in your life, because those toxic people, those people that needed you to be less than who you are, will not applaud for you when you start to break free. So how do you deal with that when they are guilting you or shaming you because of the person you're becoming? And that is really what it's all about, is you becoming the person that you want to become, that you have the power and the freedom to create, reinvent yourself. But really it's reinventing yourself based on who you are, based on listening to that inner voice inside of you, your feelings, your intuition, your desires, and learning to go with it, as opposed to, the coping mechanisms you learned in your dysfunctional family. And I'm not blaming your dysfunctional family, because your parents that did that to you, it was done unto them. So this is what happens, generation to generation. But the buck stops with you. And I have a great program for you. It's an online program. It's called Overcoming Your Dysfunctional Family, that you could listen to, and you'll hear how I have worked with people and trained them and coached them. And by listening to it and applying it in your own life, this can be an easy, convenient way for you to get started on breaking free, to be the person who you really are, your true self. So if you want to just click on the link in this video, you will be able to access these recordings and learn about these kinds of opportunities that await you. There's no reason to be held back. When elephants were trained in the circus, they were chained to a pole, and when they were babies, and then after a while they cut the chain, and the elephants are free to roam, but they don't, because they've learned, this is where I gotta be. I gotta be by this pole. And that's the way we are oftentimes. So let's cut that chain. Let's have you break away and be free to be all of who you are. So again, click on the link, and I hope you do that. You'll get a lot out of it, and I wish you well. This is Todd Creager, making the world safe for love.